Hi, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel if you're coming back. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Really, it doesn't matter, honestly. As long as you found this video, it's totally meant for you. Anyway, so today, I want to talk about strange things that happen when you become enlightened or when you become awake, spiritually awake. So if that's something that you're interested in, then stick around because I'm just going to tell you all the strange things that happen. Really, really strange. Anyway, so I'm just going to give you off based on my experience. So if you are also awake in this dream life, make sure you share with me. Sorry, I'm going to change this. Okay, so if you're spiritually awake, please share with me your experience as well, because I'd love to know what you've gone through. But these are based on my personal experience, and I'm going to share with you just in case you wake up in this life and you're wondering what's up. Because to be honest, for me, okay, well, it's going to be 3 years since I was woken up from this terrible nightmare. And it's going to be 3 years this year. This is 2024, yeah? And I wasn't searching for it. I didn't even know what spiritual awakening is, which I don't know why I didn't know. Maybe that's what the universe wanted because I'm a fucking rebel. Like, if you want me to do something, you better tell me the opposite. Like, I don't follow rules. So probably if I knew about it, I wouldn't have gone for it. So maybe it was just kept hidden from me so that I can just bump into it. Anyway, so it's been 3 years since I've been awake, and when it happened, I was like, damn, what is this? Like, it was so confusing for me because nobody ever mentioned these things to me. Like, nobody ever told me it's possible. And now that I think about it, I don't know if I would have pursued spiritual awakening if I knew about it. I really don't know. So it took me a while before I actually understood what really, really happened to me. It took me a long, long while, and it took me a couple of months. I had to just go Google my shit out. It was, I think, half a year before I actually realized that I was just spiritually awake. So I'm going to give you these signs in case you bump into them. Then they will not be so strange anymore. Okay? Okay. Anyway, so let's get into it. So the first thing, I noticed is that, and this was actually instant. This was just instantaneous. It's not like I had to wait eons and eons and eons and lifetimes. No, this was instantaneous. I remember this afternoon, and hey, one of the strange things that would happen when you're spiritually awake is that you get clear vision. Like, your vision is just like, I don't know how to describe it. Okay, so let me give you like a little, explanation. So before you come into this world, you were somewhere else as a spiritual being, as a being of light, as a ball of light, wherever you are. I know where I was, but wherever you are. Before you came here, you were this ball of light. So as you came into this world, you were that ball of light until they started to condition you and to make you contract to feel like a human. But then that light kept on being, the light kept on being dimmed and being like hidden inside you. But that's on purpose because you are here for reasons best known to you and your soul and your creator and your angels and your guides. So now when you come here, and you're supposed to experience the things you're supposed to experience, and you're supposed to learn the lessons you're supposed to learn. You're supposed to find this light again at the end of it all. That's the how do I say this? That's the goal of this life, to get back your light. And the moment you come into this world, you know what you're coming to do. But then there's one condition, that you must forget who you are. Now, when you forget who you are, that's when the games begin. Because you're supposed to remember yourself, you're supposed to remember that light inside of you, you're supposed to remember. But it's not easy to remember. But then when you're spiritually awake, this veil of forgetfulness is removed. And when that happens, your vision becomes clearer. Like you see everything in 5D, 6D, 7D. Like you see everything. You get to know that this life in this world is a fucking dream. Because you wake up to the new reality where your vision has been cleared, and you see this waking state when during the day, it's a dream. Again, when you go to bed at night, it's also a dream. So the sleeping dream, and then when we wake up, going to work, blah, 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 that's also a dream, but then there's another reality. So you see everything clearly. And that's something, man. That just changes you. That just changes your life. Like, ooh, I wish that for everybody. I wish that, but you cannot save everyone. Anyway, the second thing that happens when you spiritually awaken is that God reveals his mysteries to you. Like the mysteries of the universe are revealed to you. Like it's just one after another. It's a little bit overwhelming, to be honest. Like just, you are not ready for all these truths, but then it's like, boom, this, that. You see everything. You see the world for what it is. You see people for who they are. You see yourself as who you are, as what you're supposed to be, as who you are, you know, like, yeah. It's a lot. You need to be a strong spirit to handle the truths of the universe, to be, because not everybody can handle it. It's so overwhelming. It's beyond what the mind can handle. So if you're not ready for such truths, it's too much. You can lose your mind. That's why some people lose their minds, and because they're not ready for this info. Yeah. Now, the third strange thing that happens when you become enlightened is you have no memories. In this world, memories are really, really valued. Like people, you can find people go to concerts or an event or to the park or to dinner or to the, I don't know, wherever people go, usually they take their phones out because they just want to capture that moment. You have pictures, like I'm sure on your phone right now, you have like 1,015 pictures. Some of these pictures you'll not even use. Like, why do you have them? So in this world, memories, people really hold on to memories for their sense of, for the sense of identity. I met this great person. Oh, I had this. Oh, I did this. Oh, I did that. It's just like past. So many people live in the past. But then when you awaken, all that just goes. Like it doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter because you realize everything that happened up until this point, until when you've awakened, was just to get you to this point of awakening. But now that you've awakened, all that is gone. And now you're living fully in the present moment. The present moment is eternity. Here, there is no past and there is no future. You're fully in this present moment. For example, if you ask me what I had for breakfast today morning, I'd have to think about it. What did I have for breakfast? What did I have for breakfast? Well, yeah, I had pancake and soda. That's how I know, because I rarely like take soda, but I remember today I had soda because I just had a craving and I had to oblige. When you have a craving, you oblige. But it took a lot of energy for me to have to remember that. Like, it's a lot of work to have to remember. Like, why do I need to remember when I'm fully here with you? Of course, when there's a memory for you to remember, whatever is important will be remembered, but you don't hold on to like past experiences or like all that is just baggage, like baggage that you do not need, yet you're trying to live light. You're trying to move higher, you don't need baggage. So let's say somebody did something to you in the past and you become spiritually awake, all that is just gone. You don't even hold, like it's gone. You're created anew, like you're a new being. You're starting from scratch. Anyway, that's that. But the fourth strange thing that would happen other strange thing that happens when you're spiritually awake is you become luminous. What I mean by luminous is you become like light. That's because the light which was inside of you, remember what I mentioned in the first place or in the second place? I don't really remember, but you become like space, you become like a ball of light. You know, like that light that was hidden inside you now has burst open and it's become bigger. And people can see that light. Many people cannot, even people who are spiritually asleep, they also can see that light. Though they may not say it's light, they will just feel something different about you. Like you will just look peculiar, like you'll just look different. Like, for example, for me, I know I can see. Like, I haven't met an awakened being in part. Have I? I would travel miles just to meet another awakened being. I have a couple in mind, but hey, if you're an enlightened being, you can tell another. Like, you can tell someone who's conscious, you can tell someone who's awake, and you can tell someone who's still asleep. You can tell someone who's still in the 3D, and you can tell someone who's still in the 5D. I know I can do that. It's very funny because you are able to see the consciousness of everything. Like, it's quite strange, but yeah, it's quite overwhelming. Spiritual awakening is not for the faint of heart. Spiritual awakening is some next level shit, I'm telling you. I talked about being a ball of light. This is your true nature. You are made of light. These lower dimensions are so heavy. There's so many physical. This is a physical dimension because the energies here are very dense. As you rise towards higher dimensions, it becomes lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. So when you are spiritually awake, you go back to being a ball of light, to your original nature as light. And this light is very potent, is very, very powerful. Because while you're still in this physical realm, your light is meant to make an impact. So you will find that some people are drawn to the light and some people are triggered by your light. But that's just how it is. But it's quite strange when that happens and nobody told you or tells you about that. It's quite strange. Like it's a rude shock. Number 5, you don't blink. I blinked. But anyway, you don't blink. Well, I think I gotta paraphrase that. Now, when you awaken, you become still. When you are spiritually awake, you become still. Yes, you have this physical body while you're on this planet, but at the background of it is just peace, it's just silence, it's just bliss, it's just undescribable. I cannot describe more than that. Now, when you awaken, you go back to stillness. It doesn't matter what you're doing in this physical reality. You could be cooking something, you could be making I don't know. You could be a carpenter, you could be hitting things around, that is happening at the back of stillness, like with stillness at the background. But here you may look busy, but here you're very still. Excuse-moi. Sometimes also, you may look like nothing is happening here, like on the forefront, but inside of you is just bliss and joy, and because you're not this physical body. Like so many times, and I go to restaurant, if I go out, when I want to go out, usually I'll do it by myself. I'm so confident to do anything by myself. I can take myself out to breakfast, I can take myself out to lunch, I can take myself out to dinner, brunch, date, club. Yo, I can do anything by myself. What? I'm a whole sovereign being. Forget about me. Anyway, so most of the time when you go out by yourself, or you're just in the company of others, people may think like, oh, are you sad? And they come asking you, are you sad? Are you sad? People want to ask you, are you sad? What's wrong? Why are you sitting by yourself? Yet you're having the most blissful experience ever. Which reminds me, yesterday I went to the park. I gotta tell you this, man, because this. First of all, standing ovation. Clap, 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 clap to the creator of me. Because I don't know how he created me. I always just ask, why am I this way? Because I'm a whole mystery as well. I'm this cute little rose petal, and then you come closer and do realize that I have thorns. It's quite funny. I don't know why he created me this way. Anyway, it's still a mystery. So I'm just here at this park. I'm like, you know what? It's a good day. The sun's out. Let me go, be one with nature, have some sun, get a tan, some weed. Anyway, I'm like, you know what? It's a good day. It's a fucking weekend. Let me go be one with nature, right? Let me go renew my energy, because I was feeling kind of, I don't know, meh. And I decided, you know what, let me go to the park, let me go just listen to some music. And I was just in my zone. I had an edible, I was having a good time, I was enjoying the sun, I was enjoying the trees, man. And I don't know why. By myself, minding my own business. People cannot stop looking at me. So I cannot even count how many people tried to come and talk to me. But you see, I'm just here minding my own business. And then I think I kind of looked probably vulnerable because I'm kind of sweet. And then I think I just look like, oh, so innocent, oh, so naive, oh, so vulnerable. I could take advantage of that. And then people quickly realized that I'm not one to mess with. And I did not even use words. That was a shocking thing. No words were used, but boundaries were created. Yeah, so this dude walks up to me like, are you sad? Yet I'm just in the moment, looking at the ground, feeling the ground on my feet and feeling the feet on my ground and just being one with the trees and the birds and the sky. Oof. Have you tried that? Have you tried smoking and then going to nature and just, yo, that's some next level ish. Don't do it if you're not ready because what? The experience for me is just the experience of just being one. Like there's no difference between the sky, the tree, me, the ground, the birds. It's just one thing there. So that's the experience for me when I go to nature, and even when I smoke, like when I take some, I love you, Mary Jane. Actually, when you burn something and be in nature, that's a whole spiritual experience. Anyway, so the guy comes and I'm in my zone. I'm having my drink in my zone, listening to music. He's like, why are you looking sad? He was, I think, kind of, I don't know what was up with him. Then he's like, I told him I'm not sad. I'm actually okay. Then I don't know, he told me, he pulled out some wild card, like,
me and you should fuck. I mean, why did we meet?
Are you sure that's what you want to walk up to a stranger and say? Whatever happened after that, he went back to his friends and they all left. They all looked at me and then they all left because they're like, that chick. Then there's another guy. Yo, you guys, it's too much, it's too much, it's too much. Okay, first of all, if you're a guy, please tell me, what's your criteria for hitting on women? Do you just see a woman and play Russian, like, and just, what's your criteria for actually going to hit on a woman? Do you just go hit on a woman because they're a woman? Is that how it's supposed to be? That just because someone is a woman and you're a man, then you guys should have something. Then that gives you the right to go and... Don't people know how to read the room? Like, guys should know, everybody should know how to read the room. Read the room where you are accepted. Read the room where you're not invited. Don't just push yourself into places where you're not welcome, because you will quickly... Another strange thing that happens is all fear disappears. Like you fear nothing. You see, fear is of the devil. The devil uses fear to put you in a box, to put you in this box of this world, in this planet. The more you live in fear, the more the devil wins, okay? So if you still like identify yourself as a physical human being, I'm sure you fear something. But when you wake up, all fear disappears. You do not fear spiders. You do not fear snakes. You do not fear the devil. You do not fear death. You do not fear life. You are just, what's there to fear? First of all, death is an illusion. And then you realize that you don't die. So what's the worst that could happen? You're one with the universe. What's there to fear? Nada. Okay, now, the last sign, because this video has taken an eternity, because I could go on forever and ever and ever and ever, but I'm just going to give you the last strange thing that could happen when you're awakened, that I can think of at this moment, that I can remember, and this is you kind of know everything. Yeah. And this may take time because as you continue with your spiritual awakening journey, because just because you awaken doesn't mean it's over. It just means that you've awakened to a new dimension. So you still have to get schooled in the new dimension. But you kind of know. Slowly, God the universe unleashes these things, uncovers these things for you, so you kind of know everything. And since you're one with the universe, you're one with everything in creation, there are no secrets. You know, like you just know. Like, for example, if someone texts you, even if it's just hi, you can know the energy behind that behind that hi, not behind that I. But also you can know the energy behind that I that is sending the hi. You know someone who's conscious, you know someone who's unconscious. You know if someone has a negative spirit behind them, you know if someone has a good spirit behind them, you know someone who's awakening. You just know. And you don't know how you know, but you know. Which is quite strange for yourself and quite strange for probably another person you may share with. Like, you just know stuff. You may know something about somebody without even ever having met them, because you know there's no secrets. And it's a lot. This is a lot of power. I remember one time I just broke down. I'm like, oh my God, this is so overwhelming, and I cried. Because it's a lot. But then it got me wondering, and this is a question I'm posing to you as well, as I think about it. Would you rather live in ignorance or know everything there is to know? Like, scientists could take years to try and study something, but you just know. Or you know things about somebody. Or you know something is going to happen. Or you know how every situation is. But it's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot. Because you cannot just, you know things, but then you just blurt out, like you just pick out things. You have to have wisdom to know when to be silent about stuff and to know when to speak. But these things just come naturally. Because the universe cannot reveal its mysteries to you when you're not ready. You have to be a mature soul to handle this information, to handle all this knowledge, because it's a lot. And now I'm wondering, is it better to live in ignorance? Because ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is also deathly. Like, yes, it's blissful to not know, to act like you don't know the reality or the truth, but then it also leads you to death. Or is it better to know everything? Everything. Like, you have no questions anymore. Everything. And if you have a question, you just have to go inside and all the answers are given to you. So would you rather live in bliss? Please comment down below. Let me know what you'd rather pick. Living in ignorance or be all-knowing? Which one would you rather? Comment down below. And while you're at that, remember to click like and subscribe as well. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.